Okay. So today is day 17. So yesterday, what we saw, what we discussed. Yesterday we discussed the basic. This we will leave. This is a entire different concept. Which one? The configurations related to maintenance plan, maintenance item. This is a different concept. But before that, we already discussed yesterday when internal spare parts are also included in a maintenance order along with the internal labor. Then we discussed how the cost will be displayed, right? How the cost will be displayed in both the planned cost and actual cost, all these things. So yesterday we also discussed that whenever there is a non-stock material, whenever there is a non-stock material which needed in order to perform that particular activity, then what will happen? How we can procure that non-stock material using the maintenance order, right? So, and how the cost will flows when you procure a non-stock material in a maintenance order. So, how the cost will flows, how we can procure. So, all these things we discussed yesterday, but we haven't seen any practical. We discussed in the sense we just I just told you that we will see this tomorrow, right? Means today. So we will just see how we can procure a non-stock material. Okay, non-stock material using a maintenance order, and how we can procure that particular non-stock material and how the cost will flow happens. Okay. So what we will do? We will just create one simple order. Okay. I'll just create one simple order for this equipment, that is diesel generator only, right? So planning plant AMR1. The same example I am taking. Replace oil filter plus overhauling of diesel generator. Okay. Next, click on enter. Go to operations. Next, cleaning of diesel generator. Okay. Hour, 4 hours, 2 hours. One resource is performing. Okay. Here, this is calculate work. So work is calculated 4 into 1, 4 into 1, 4. And here, again 1% or this is calculate work. So, well, yeah, 2 into 1, 2. Right. So this we have entered. Along with this, what is the next one we are doing? We are entering a stock item. Correct? We are entering a stock item, which is oil filter. The item category is L, right? And plant is AMR1. Operation, we are tagging that to 10th operation. Along with this, we are also entering a material which is a non-stock item. So how we can classify between a stock item and a non-stock item? Simply based on the item category. Okay, so let's pick the list of materials from our plant, that is AMR1 in the T code MM60. We have already entered oil filter, we entered. Along with oil filter, let's say we also need air filter. Okay, which is a non-stock. In our case, which is a non-stock. So you also need this two air filters you need. So unit of measurement each, and the item category is N. N means non-stock. So if I enter non-stock, you just see what will happen here. Yeah, purchasing data of the metal is not maintained. Okay. For this metal, what happened? While we created a material, we haven't maintained the purchasing tab. So what we will do? Go to MM01. So this kind of error you will get even you practice, because purchasing data should be maintained in order to procure a material. So purchasing should be maintained. So I'm going to MM01, AMR1, store location 1000, purchasing tab, my metal group. My metal group, let's say, uh, let me check whether do we have any filter. Yeah, filter metal group or not. I don't think we have filter metal group. So let's give any other metal group also. That is not a problem. We can also create a new metal group also in the T code OMSF. But we're not going into uh, the creation of a new metal group. But if we want, we can also create a new metal group where OMSF. Okay, OMSF is the T code C. Metal groups, new entries. Metal group is filters. Okay, filters for equipment. This is my metal group. So in future, I can also use this. I can also use this group. So this is a configuration. So I have created a new metal group. So mat group for AMR1. You can also use for any plant. It is not fixed to one single plant. You can also use for any plant. So the T code is OMSF. So this we have created. In the future cases, we will use that particular new metal group only. Okay. Now we have maintained the purchasing group. Sorry, purchasing tab. Now system will allow this material to take, which is a non-stock item. Now if you see here, for the non-stock, what system is prompting? Purchase requisition. But for the stock item, what happens? Reservation will be created. For the non-stock, purchase requisition will be generated. So in order to generate the purchase requisition for the non-stock item, you also need to maintain some additional data. What is the additional data we need to maintain? Just to double click on the material number, this number, material serial number, line item, double click on the line item. If you go to purchasing data, you see here the price has been maintained. How this price came? Because of the metal master price it took from the metal master price, right? And GL per each one oil filter air filter cost 500 rupees. So two air filter cost 500 into 2000 rupees. And this GL account we will change this to 415000. Why I have changed to 415000? Because see, what is my controlling area? 4300, right? If you click on execute, 4000, this not 4000, 4 lakhs. I am using this 4 lakhs for internal spare parts consumption. Whereas 415000, I have used defined this for external procurement, right? So since I am procuring the material now, right, which is a non-stock item, so I will give this GL account 415000. I need to give this GL account. For this GL account, already I have created and saved one value category. If you remember or not, in yesterday's class, I think I have shown you, or else I will show you now also. Okay, so the day 17. Here I'll write the heading, simple heading, procurement of non-stock items through a maintenance order, right? Maintenance order. This is my heading. So just I'll take this screenshot, okay, so that it will be used for reference, okay. So I'm just taking this screenshot, right, and let me paste here. And GL account, which GL account I am going to use? GL account slash, or you can also call it as a cost element, right? So which is the one we are using? 415000 is the one which we are using for our external procurement. So for this, if I show you the value category, so go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, plant maintenance and customer service, maintenance and service processing, basic settings, right? Settings for display of cost, Assign cost element to value categories. 4300 is my controlling area. See, external material. If you see here, 415 external material, double click see. I have already entered this particular GL cost element here. So I need to use that cost element only. Okay. So I will just copy this. Okay. Paste here and go back. Go back here. And if you see the value categories for the component, user component is what? PM, plant maintenance. Right? See, external material we already included in our controlling area with that particular GL account. So that is the reason you must use the same GL account. Okay, so this I have captured now. Now let me close this. Now come back to the order. So next click on enter now. Okay, click on enter. Now we have added the requirement quantity, you have added the price, metal group, purchasing group, right? And purchasing organization. This we haven't created it. Yesterday I have created the purchasing organization. So what is meant by a PORG, purchasing organization? Right? Purchasing organization. Purchasing organization is a entity, I would say, entity which who are responsible for purchasing activities, purchasing related activities. Okay, in a plant there can be multiple purchasing organizations. Okay, multiple purchasing organizations. So each purchasing organization is responsible for procurement of that particular set of materials. Okay, so where you can create this purchasing organization. In our example, PORG is equal to our purchasing organization is the AMR1 only. Why we are creating purchasing organization? Because we are now dealing with the non-stock procurement, non-stock material procurement. So in order to procure any kind of material, right? Any kind of material, system we must specify this purchasing organization to the system. So what is the where is the path to create the purchasing organization? Same enterprise structure. That is a master data. That is the org structure for SAP MM. So that is the reason we need to go to enterprise structure, definition, right? Material management, maintain purchasing organization. Okay. So new entries. Let me also maintain one more purchasing organization. That is AMR2. Okay. So P org for plant. Which one? AMR1. Right? I have maintained one more purchasing organization, AMR2. Okay, save this. So we have that particular transport. This one, see. PR for AMR1, we have this transport. I am saving that in the transport. Now you have defined the purchasing organization. What is the next step? Next step is to assign that purchasing organization. So go to the assignment, correct? Material management, assign purchasing organization to company code. First, assign your purchasing organization to company code. Go to position. What is the purchasing organization? AMR2, right? AMR2. What is our company code? 1019 is our company code. So click on enter. Fine. You have assigned AMR2 purchasing organization to a company code. What is the next step? Assign purchasing organization to the plant, right? So first we will check. Click on the position. We will check whether that is there or not. AMR2 it is not there. So simply go to new entries. What is our purchasing organization AMR2, right? On plant is AMR1. As I told, a single plant can have multiple purchasing organizations. You can create n number of purchasing organizations. So already we have created AMR1 for you to show. I also created AMR2 as well, right? So now close this. This is a config node. So just close this config node. Come back to the maintenance order. If you see here, see you will find AMR1 plus AMR2. Wait, I will see. Here it is there. AMR1, AMR2. Okay. You can use any one of the purchasing organization. For now, I am using AMR1. Next, what is this vendor? It is asking for the vendor. So we have created one vendor for our plant. What is this? Who is this vendor? 100591. Let me show you the vendor also. So slash o xk03. Okay. 100591 is my vendor. Company code. What is our company code? 1019. Right. Purchasing organization AMR1. AMR1. Okay. Tick on all these things. We are displaying, but still you need to tick all this. Click on enter. Enter. See, my vendor name is MKN Enterprises. Okay. My vendor name is MKN Enterprises. If you want, I can create also another vendor. Okay. So what is the T code? XK01. See, this XK01 is replaced with BP. Okay, business partner in S4 HANA. I will also show you how to create a business partner. But since we are in ECC, so let me first create in XK01. Okay. So account group ZMX1. My purchasing organization AMR1. Company code is 1019. Right? Click on enter. So click on company. Let me give another name like we'll take uh, which vendor. Mm, we'll take since we are into plant maintenance, so we'll hardware any hardware related vendor. So let me take
And you take Kirloskar, any
ah
company.
ah okay Kirloskar Enterprises. Okay, Kirloskar Enterprises. Next, the search term is Kirlos or KRLOSKR Kirloskar. Okay, and country is India. Region, let's say it is in Karnataka. Okay, and city is in it is in Bangalore. Okay, and pin code, let's say 560076. Any 6-digit pin code is fine. And language is English. That's fine. Customer, this is fine. Bank key, bank account. Vendor, we need to process the payment and all. No, so we need to give the bank account of that particular vendor. So account holder, let's say his name Smith. Any name. Okay, any name you can give. Okay, bank country. So India. Bank key. Okay. So in general, in the real time, we must enter all these things. Okay. So ICICI Bank account is there in ICICI Bank, right? Next, go back. Yes, and reconciliation account. What is the reconciliation account means? Reconciliation account for any vendor, we must specify the reconciliation account in order to perform the payment advices to that particular vendor. Okay. No need to worry on this reconciliation account. Generally, team will take care on the reconciliation account. But for our test purpose, I have created a new reconciliation account. I will show you where I have created the reconciliation account. Go to any GL account in our company code. We will create in FS00. Very important for the FI guys. Okay. Since we are practicing, right? We are practicing. There might be some cases we also need to go and create. So create GL account. T code is what? Create GL account. T code is FS00. Okay. I show you the FS00 screen. This is the FS00 screen. See, for our company code 1019, in the back end, I have already created all these GL accounts. See, my GRIR, goods receipt, invoice receipt clearing account, next external procurement account, spare parts, inventory taking account, consumption account, raw material consumption account, reconciliation account. So all these things I have already created and saved. How I have created and saved? Simply what I will do, very easy trick I will tell you. Any GL account system asks you to create, first of all go to company code 1000 standard. Click on search. Okay, click on search. Next here, enter the GL account which system is asking us to create. Clicking on this find button. It will take you to that particular GL account. Now simply click on copy as. Simply click on copy as and enter your company code here and save this. It will be saved. So I'll show you one example. Let me create one simple GL account for let's say this GL account. Okay, external services GL account. Copy as, right, 10 from 1000. I am copying this to my company code 1019. So it gets copied to my company, and based on that company configuration, the currency will be swapped to Indian rupee, and that's it. Simply save. It gets saved. Now, if I go to my company code 1019, if you see here, see, this is the GL account we created, right? Yeah, it is already created. Yeah, display GL account. See, already our GL account, that particular GL account we have took into our company code. So very simple trick that you can use. But in the real case, no need to worry on the GL account. You never create a GL account because the GL account creation is entirely taken care by the finance team. But in the test purpose, we must create all these things, no matter it is finance or production planning or material management, whatever you must create, because we are in a test system and we are in training, right? So you must create all this. So that is the reason I am telling this trick. Whenever you practice, you can simply go to FS00 and do this. You can assign that particular GL accounts to our company code. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Also, we also created vendor, no? Right? So I'll show you whether the vendor got created or not. So T code is, sorry, I'll take in the table level. Okay, LFB1. Okay, I'll tell you what is tables and all when the topic comes. I will tell you. So see, we have two vendors for our company code now. The one which I have created, the one which we have created now. So I'm using first one, 591. Okay, that's fine. So now we'll go back to the concept again. I think we sidetracked these things. So just thought to tell you all these things. So that's why. Okay. So now requisitioner. Who is the requisitioner? My name. 21 user 15. My ID. Whoever is entering this data, he will enter that his SAP user ID. Okay. And simply what you need to do, save. Order is saved. So go to the change mode. Click on enter. Go to components. What is the next step you need to do? Release the order. Correct. Now go to cost. See what happened to the cost. This is very important now. See, external material, how much? Two air filters. So one air filter cost 500 rupees. So two air filters cost how much? 1000 rupees. So that is your planned cost. Next, that I'll put here. Okay, this one. Internal labor, how much? 1800 rupees. Okay. Internal space. We also added one internal spare also. Oil filter. How much? Two. So each cost 1000 rupees, so 2000. So that is how cost got distributed here. See. And everything is showing under plan cost because nothing we have confirmed yet. Right? See cost. If you go to the cost, you will find the breakup. External services is zero, still zero because this is not any external services, this is external material. Got it? So that is the reason it came under here 1000 rupees. So what is the next step? After releasing the order, if you go and check for the This particular purchase requisition line item, very careful, a very important topic. If you double click on the purchase requisition line item, if you click on purchasing data, you will see here the purchase requisition got generated automatically in the system. Okay, so the purchase requisition for the non-stock item procurement will get automatically generated, right? So you must take this purchase requisition. Okay, take this purchase requisition. Go to ME21. First, let me save this order. Now go to ME21N, or else first I will go to ME52N. I will show you the purchase requisition. Okay, so T code is ME52N, right? So purchase requisition, enter this purchase requisition. See, this is a purchase requisition for air filter for the quantity 2 for the Amaron plant. For our plant, my user ID and vendor also it came because we have specified the vendor as well. Purchase org is AMR1. So all the details came except this vendor tab and all. Here it is showing on the desired vendor, right? And item category, account assignment category is F. What is F? F is order, right? Because we have generated a purchase requisition with respect to the order, correct? So that is the reason by default it will take it as F. Okay. Now, what is the next step? We must convert this. See, as a plant maintenance consultant, even in the implementation project, if you are able to generate a purchase requisition, your work is done. Your scope is done, completed. Then team, the respective consultant, will take care uh, on creating the purchase requisition to purchase order and sending the purchase order to the vendor and performing the GR. So all these things he will take care. But we are in the test system. You must only do all these things. Okay. So go to ME21N, right? T code for creating a PO. Purchase. You guys might know this. Create purchase order. So document overview on. So I am creating a purchase order with reference to what? With reference to the purchase requisition. So for this what you need to do? You need to click on document overview on. Okay, very important. Click on this selection variant. Click on purchase requisitions. Automatically your purchase requisition will come here. Click on execute. Select this. Place the cursor on this purchase requisition. Click on adopt. Okay, click on adopt. After clicking on adopt, what is showing here? Net price must be greater than 0. Yes, net price should be greater than 0. Agreed. So net price how much for each, right? So 500. Correct? 500. Right. Next, can delivery date be met? Let's take it will take 2 to 3 days for delivery. So I'll enter it as 8th January 2022. Next, if you see carefully here, let me go to account assignment tab. GL account 415000 order. What is my maintenance order? That will be displayed here because we are generating a purchase order with respect to the maintenance order, right? So that is the reason it shows here. Very, very important. Even in interviews and all, they will ask the scenario, entire process they will ask. Okay, how you procure a non-stock material, all these things. So this is the steps we do. Okay, and now my purchase order looks good. I have also entered the storage location, everything I have entered, right? So my purchase order looks good. So I will show you one small other thing as well. What is that? See, this is my standard purchase order form. Basic SAP provided purchase order form. Okay, so company MKN Enterprises, Tilak Street, Vijayawada. This is my vendor. Your vendor number with us is this is my vendor number. Please deliver to Amaran plant delivery date. So this particular information will be sent to the vendor as a mail, as a PDF will send. It all depends on company to company. If the company thinks, no, I need a purchase order form, very beautiful form, then ABAP team and the consultant will develop the form. That is a rise of object. Okay, but as a standard form, this is the standard form which SAP has given. A basic form. Okay. No company will accept this basic form on the today's date. Every company thinks that they should have their own very beautiful purchase order form because it is a reputation of the company, right? If the vendor sees this kind of form, he will think, "Arey, what is this simple form?" Being a very, very big company, these guys are sending this simple form. So that is the reason nowadays company reputation they consider a lot. So they will create a beautiful purchase order forms. Okay, it will have a logo here, it will have a very good design, it will have very good font. So all these things would be there. So but generally this is how the standard forms look like. Okay, that's fine. Next, we are saving this purchase order. So we have saved this purchase order. So purchase order got created. So let me take this screenshot now, right? So what is the next step? Assume that the purchase order has been sent to the vendor, right? And vendor had all sent the two air filters to the company. Now what is the next step? We need to do the goods receipt. We need to do the goods receipt for the purchase order. How you need to do? You need to come to the MIGO transaction. See, for any goods receipt or goods issue, transfer postings, anything, any damn thing you want to do, you must come to MIGO only in SAP. Okay. So goods receipt, right? Purchase order. What is our purchase order? 4500022506. Huh? 4500022506. This is my purchase order, right? Automatically, since it's a goods receipt, 101. 101 is the movement type. Yesterday also I told you, whenever we are doing a goods receipt for the purchase order with respect to the vendor, the movement type is 101. And GL account, this is the GL account, this is my order, right? And quantity 2, correct? Where it is going and storing in the plant AMR1, right? Purchase order data. This is my purchase order. Partner is nothing but the vendor. Account assignment. This is my account, GL account, and this is my order. So just to click on item OK, everything looks good. Click on check. So document is OK. Post. Post. Document got posted now. Okay, even you can check the accounting entries for the same document. You can also do that accounting entries. Okay, go to document info, click on FI documents, accounting document. See, this is how accounting entries will happen. Okay, now if I go to the order now, right? If I go to the order now, what would have happened? In the cost tab, you see external material you have procured and with respect to the order, right? So actual cost got calculated here, 1000. So when you procure an external material with respect to the order, when you do the GR, automatically what happens? It gets issued to that particular maintenance order only. So you can directly take that particular material in the physical store, from the physical store in the real cases. The whatever whoever is the operator, he will just as soon as this gets procured, he will just take that for issuing to that particular maintenance order. There is no special step in system that we again perform 261 for that. Already, if you are procured and did the goods receipt means it got issued to that order. So you need to understand in that way. But what about the internal material? Internal material you must issue, right? So what is the T code? Again, Migo, correct? Migo. Now go to goods issue, right? For the maintenance order, what is my maintenance order? 82, right? 82. See, oil filter is left. We are yet to issue, right? So oil filter, what is the movement type? See, 261 is my movement type, correct? Because we are issuing. So quantity, where from storage location 1000, reservation, final issue, account assignment. Again, it shows for the order, company code and all. Click on item OK. Click on check. What is this error? Maintenance tolerance limit for company code VP. Yeah? Okay, no problem. This is something tolerance limit we haven't set. So let me set the tolerance limit 1019. It's not there. Okay, what is the VP, right? It is asking for the VP. Okay, no problem. So now go to take any one of the company code VP, change this to our company code. Simple. Nothing. There is no much to think here. So just I have created that config tolerance TYLE limit VP for 1019. Do not delete. Right? Do not delete. See, the reason I am entering do not delete means it's a test system. No, if someone deletes, that will be a problem for me. So that is the reason I specified do not delete. Okay. So in the real case, you don't you don't write as do not delete. Okay, because no one will delete in the real time. But since this is a test system, so we have did that. So now again I need to do the Migo. Since you know in SAP there is no refresh button and all. So that is the reason we need to rerun the same transaction again. So quantity to where 1000, reservation, final issue, right? Click on item OK, check, post, right? Post it. Now you go and check the maintenance order IW32, right? Cost, actual cost came for the internal spare parts also because we have issued now. So if you want to check the material documents, so what is the T code? Very important T code, MB51. Okay, MB51, right? MB51 is the T code in SAP to check material documents. Okay, so see, if I go here, what I will do, I will check what are all things I have did in my plant till now. Till now, in my plant AMR1, what are all things I have did, I will just check. So click on execute. So if you click on it, it will show entire things. What things? See, on today, I have issued 261, 261s, right? Two metal documents got generated today. Today, in the sense, 5th of January. I think last night I have did some transactions after 12 o'clock. So that is the reason it is showing under 5th only. Okay. This 101 we have did. Yeah. This one did on yesterday. So like this, you can also search with respect to the material also. Okay. With respect to the material also, you can search. Okay. So the T code is MB51, right? So now we have did the goods receipt for the non-stock item. We have did this goods issue for the stock item. What is the next step? Next step is to confirm the operation, right? Next step is to confirm the operation. So what is the T code? You guys know. IW41. Confirmation of order. So go to the order, enter this. So PM MEC is my work center. First operation 0010. Okay, actual duration is 4 hours. Order confirm text confirmed. Okay, very important cycle this is. Okay, so save this. Next, go back for the second operation 20. Final confirmation, clear open reservation, no remaining work. Actual duration 2 hours. Next, confirmed, right? Save this. Now you also perform the confirmation of operation. Now if you go to IW32, you will see all cost would have come under the actual cost. So now total order, how much the cost we have spent for this order? 4,800 rupees is the cost we have spent for this maintenance order. Now, what is the next step? You have did the goods issue, you have did the confirmation, all everything you have did. What is the next step? Next step is to take over, right? Technically complete. See, first of all, order cycle. What is the order cycle? What is the order maintenance order cycle? First, the order will be in created status. Next, you will release the order. Next, you will do the goods issues. If there is any goods issue, you will do that. Next, you will do the confirmation of order. Right? Next, what is the next step? You will technically complete. You will technically complete the order. Next, you will settlement order settlement. Next, business completion. So this is the cycle. This is a cycle wherever you go in the world. Okay, wherever you they use SAP. So this is a cycle which we need to follow for the maintenance order. Even in interview, they will ask, "Can tell me about the maintenance order cycle? How you execute the order cycle?" So this is the steps we need to tell. So now we need to do what? Teco. So how you will do Teco? Click on order, go to functions, click on complete, click on complete technically. Okay, done. See, as soon as I did the Teco, the system status will be changed to what? TSCO. As soon as you confirm the order, system status will be updated to what? CNF, correct? As soon as you release the order, system status will be changed to what? REL. First, as soon as the order gets created, system status would be what? System status would be CRTD, agree, right? So even when you answer in an interview, you must tell all these system statuses. You must explain all the system status so that any interviewer he will also understand. Okay, this guy also along with the process, he is also telling the system statuses and all. Okay, so that is very important. Now, next, what after TECO, what is the next step? Order settlement, right? So what is the T code? What is the T code for order settlement? KO88. Generally, this is done by the controlling team. But again, we are in testing, we are in training, so we only need to do this. Okay, so Control C, KO88, enter. My order number is this. Settlement period is 1. Settlement period is 001. You can take 001. What is my fiscal year? 2022. Right? Posting period. Again, you can take this. First what you will do? You will go to the settlement rule. You will have the cost center or automatically the cost center is there. So you are going to settle for the cost center. I will tell you what is meant by settlement and all. I will tell with one simple example. First click on the test run. Check whether the settlement is fine or not. Yes, settlement happened. Settlement executed. But it is a test run. But you must actually settle, no? So untick that test run, right? And click on execute and it will get settled. Okay. Now you want to see, you need to understand what is meant by settlement and all. Okay. And also I will show you one more T code KOB1, right? KOB1 is the report. is a report which we will generally use in order to check the actual cost settlement. Okay, I am checking for two orders now. One order which we created, one order yesterday I have created. So it will show like this. It will show like this report. It will show like this. Okay, KOB1. Now we must understand what is meant by settlement. Very important concept. What is meant by settlement? We need to understand. Okay, let us take one simple example. I will take one simple example. There is a water bucket. Okay, one second. Even this I will delete this. So here I will take that example. Okay, here it is a what water bucket. Okay, water bucket. Okay, here you have this uh, river. There is a river passing. Let me take here. Okay, let us assume this is a river. Let us assume this is your drum in home. You are filling the drum. Okay, you are filling this drum. Let us take this as a drum. Now, what you did? We are collecting the water from right. We are collecting the water from this river using this water bucket. Okay, using this water bucket, you are collecting the water and you are pouring that water same to the filling your drum water drum in your home. So why I have took this example? Here my water bucket is my maintenance order. Okay, my water bucket is my maintenance order, which means that it is just a what cost collector. Means whatever the cost, let it be material cost, external material cost, internal operation, labor cost, what the order is doing, it is just collecting. It is just collecting for a temporary time. Even if you see this, take this example, water bucket, you are not going to store in the water bucket. You are using that water bucket to collect the water from the river. And finally, what you are doing? Finally, you are pouring that water in your drum, which is here a cost center. Okay. Ultimately, your water is going to reach store in the drum. So if you speak in SAP terms, it is a cost center where your entire cost will be storing ultimately, right? So this is the settlement here. So in KO88, what you are doing, you are transferring the water from the water bucket to the drum. Simple words, if I tell in a simple word, in KO88, you are transferring the cost from the maintenance order to the respective cost center based on the settlement rule. Okay. If you take example of water, you transferred water from water bucket to the water drum in the home. The same way you will do that particular thing in KO88, which means that whatever the cost that was captured in that order, it is transferring that cost. It is transferring that cost to the respective cost centers and its cost elements. So maintenance order is just a interim or a temporary cost collector in SAP. Okay, very important because in interviews also or even in general concept they will confuse you. They will try to confuse you like why you are doing KO88. What is the reason we need to do KO88? What happens if you don't do KO88? Then what is a cost collector in entire SAP PM? So like this, they will confuse you to ask to answer. So you must be very clear. Okay, so what is this river now? What is this river? So this river is entirely cost involved in that order. Correct? Agree? Let it be what cost? Let it be your labor cost, your material cost, right? Your internal spare cost. It can be your overhead cost. Okay, overhead cost, or else your whatever service cost, whatever cost it might have, let it be. So those costs you are capturing using your maintenance order, right? And you are transferring back your cost, entire cost to the cost center in settlement. If you don't do the settlement, what will happen? The cost will remain in the maintenance order only. It won't hit the cost centers. The respective cost center it won't hit. At the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, if no one does the settlement of all the maintenance orders, then cost center will not even show how much cost has been there in that cost center. So order settlement is very very important. And generally, this will be taken care by a separate resource from the controlling team or from the plant maintenance end user, whatever. Consultant will not do the settlement. Huh? Be aware. Consultant never does this order creation. Consultant never does this goods issue. He won't do. The reason we are doing is, as a consultant, we must be aware of what is the backend configuration. All these things we must be aware in order to do this. See, we have did executed this very easily, but there is a lot of backend configuration that we need to do in order to perform all these things. What is the backend configuration that we need to do? Even for the settlement, let us take an example of the settlement. Settlement will not happen very like this easily, like the way I shown. For the settlement to happen, you must go to this configuration. What configuration? General order settlement. Okay. Maintain allocation structure. Go to maintain allocation structure. Right. Our settlement is PM. Settlement of PM orders. So click on the PM order. Next, go to assignments. 25 is our settlement. Go to source. See, I have entered my cost element range here. From 4000 to entire cost elements I must enter. Without you, if you won't enter, system is not going to perform settlement. Okay. Next, settlement cost elements. So I have entered the cost center. Settlement cost element I have entered. Okay, this is the prerequisite configuration that the controlling team will do, not we do in the real time. Controlling team and finance team will do. Okay, so uh, by doing all these things only, the order will be settled very smoothly, and all this process also happens very smoothly. Okay, and one more thing, when you do a GR and when you do a purchase order, you remember that the number is generating. How the numbers are generating? Internal number range is generating. So the T code is even when you practice. I'm saying the T code is FBN1. Okay, the T code is FBN1. In FBN1, you must define these three intervals: 49, 50, and 51 intervals you must define. Okay, blindly just go on create in FBN1. Okay, you must define like this intervals. Without this, system is not going to generate your material documents or your purchase or other documents. Okay, 49 is for purchase order, 50 is for material document in Migo, 51 is for Miro, invoice posting in Miro. Okay, so you must define this in order to do that particular if you are testing. Okay, if you are using the same system, then no fine, no problem, I have already created, so you can just go and check practice without any interruptions. There will be no errors. Okay, but if you are using any other system, you might face some errors. So whatever I am explaining in this video, you just based on that, you just go ahead and do that particular configurations. It will solve those errors and all. Okay. Uh, so, any doubts in today's class? One second. Started. Yeah. if you click on this extras, you will find this controlling area. You will set your own controlling area and click on enter, and you will create the cost element. Likewise, I have also have created this another cost element. So whatever cost elements we are speaking about, you must first create the cost element in K01 under our controlling area. Then after creating this cost element, you must assign this cost element to your value category. That is what in the configuration we have been discussing.
Yeah,
How?
yeah, sir. We assign it to
Yeah,
uh,
value
value
category.
category.
And that value category you will assign to your controlling area. Again, here, where is that? Basic settings, settings for display of cost, assign cost elements to value categories. This we have did, and later we will do that assignment for our controlling area for the user component PM here. Then system will what system do? System will take into consideration that okay, this guy have assigned my value categories to his controlling area, and under this controlling area he has this company code, and under that company code this guy had this maintenance plan. Under the maintenance plan this guy already created the maintenance order types. So that is how the linkage happen. Understood?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes. So that is how very very important. The costing. The reason I have been stressing